Bottom 5 here at Gwinnett Field. Julian Aguiar still out there, and he's greeted by Ben Gamble in a scoreless ball game as we continue to work through a shortened 7-inning game between the Stripers and the Bats. Looping curveball finds the zone for strike one to Gamble, who is 0 for 1, grounded out to second his first time. It'll be Gamble, English, and Zabrowski, with Aguiar still out on the hill. This time Gamble taking outside, 1-1.
Aguiar's only at 42 pitches right now, so he's kept the pitch count low. He's worked past leadoff base runners in 3 of the 4 innings.
Gamble fouls off that 1-1 offering in and out of the mitt of Dane Leonard, 1-2. Stripers would love to get a 4th leadoff man aboard. But Gamble behind at the count here to Aguiar, 1-2. Got to protect. Just 3 hits combined between the two teams thus far. And Gamble won't be the 4th. He's set down swinging for out number 1.
That is just the 3rd strikeout of this game for Aguiar. It has not been that type of night for him. A lot of weak contact, pop-ups, fly-outs, ground-outs. All 3 of the strikeouts have come swinging, though, and this is the 94-mile-an-hour fastball that seemed like that's in a hittable spot for Gamble, just late on it, though.
Here's Tristan English, who extended the game earlier today with his 9th-inning heroics, his first blast as a Striper. He takes strike one. That was one, Dave, that you called seconds before it happened, quite literally.
Every now and again we run into that. If I predict a home run for each one of these guys in that spot, eventually one of them's going to do it, and Tristan does it tonight.
0-1. Lasered, but foul.
This is a guy we expect that from. We haven't seen a ton of Tristan English. He started the year at Double-A Columbus. I think probably would have been on the Stripers opening day roster if not for the late sign of Rowdy Tellez, but he's got a track record for production in AAA baseball.
See that home run right here, and English knew it immediately, admired it off the bat. Fortunately, the Stripers fell short in extra innings. English slices that one foul, another 0-2 on its way at a moment from Aguiar.
And just to back it up with some stats, he was in Reno the last 3 years, 292 collective average, 47 career home runs there. 835 OPS in just under 300 games.
0-2, low and outside in the dirt with a slider. English stays in there.
This was a guy the Braves were excited to go sign as a minor league free agent. 3rd-round pick of the Diamondbacks in 2019, Georgia Tech guy. Atlanta born.
Behind here, 1-2 with 1 out and nobody on in the bottom of the 5th. 1-2. Sent back up the middle, diving, Ivan Johnson, he can't corral it. A 1-out single for Tristan English for his first base hit of the game, but second base hit today.
Able to square up that sinker at 94, send it back through the middle at 105. Ivan Johnson dives late, and that is just the 2nd Striper hit off of Aguiar. Got a little help from skipping off the mound there, and good to see the bat starting to come around for English. Stripers could use somebody other than Jim Jarvis and Brewer Hicklin to catch fire here.
Aguiar was hoping that Johnson was going to be able to knock that down. Even if he did, not sure he gets English. Really tough play there. And a long throw. Now Adam Zabrowski launches one high and deep to left field, and that one is not coming back. Stripers take a 2-0 lead. Adam Zabrowski crushes one to get the scoring started here in the 5th inning at Gwinnett Field.
You love to see it from Zebo. Home run number 3. Had a grand slam and 6 RBIs in Jacksonville in one ball game. Here he's able to get a first pitch slider and golf that thing out to the Fieldhouse Luxury Flats. 3rd AAA home run for Zabrowski. And the Stripers break through finally.
Slider in the middle of the zone was absolutely clobbered as we get another look at it again. Zabrowski touching off on that one, and the Stripers take a 2-0 lead here.
Yeah, the home runs the Stripers have hit tonight have not been cheap ones.
Now for Cal Conley. Some energy injected into the veins of these Stripers. First pitch swinging, first pitch missing for Conley, who flew out on a first pitch swing in his first at-bat. Two 2-0 Striper lead after the home run by Zabrowski. Now the 0-1 from Aguiar. Fouled off the mask of Dane Leonard.
And just to follow it up for Zabrowski, he's a big-bodied guy. Obviously looks like a Big, powerful catcher. Got that big red beard on his face as well, but one of the nicest guys you'll talk to in the Stripers clubhouse.
Sort of a gentle giant down there.
He's intense when it comes down to playing a ball game for sure, but get him off the field and you can get him talking about just about anything.
0-2. Conley pokes at it and stays alive. And you told me, Dave, a guy that's actually taking a real interest in the art of broadcasting.
He has, yeah. Spends a lot of time talking about that with Jack Johnson down at AA Columbus. And he said when he came up here, first time up this year, said, hey, I've been listening to you and Brady do some games this season, which is kind of a surprise.
Another 0-2, another foul ball by Cal Conley.
But we certainly appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for boosting the listenership, Zebo. And thanks for the 2 runs right there.
Yeah. He's not listening tonight.
Conley still behind 0-2, has fought off a couple of tough pitches. Down he goes on strikes right here, though, for out number 2. Good bounce back from Aguiar. His second strikeout of the inning, 4th in total. And Jim Jarvis stepping back in for the
Zachary
third time.
Orr and Jeremiah Lane ready for the kickoff, and we are all set here at Ives Lamel Family Field.
Yeah, and keep an eye on Jeremiah Lane. He's one of those call-ups from the Futures program, an absolute burner. Just 5'6", 135 pounds, but don't let that fool you. If he gets into open space, watch out.
Here's Andre with the kick. This one's going to sail into the arms of Orr around the 10. Here goes Zach from left to right. He's got blockers. He's got space. Orr has a crease. Right side at the 40. He's in midfield. He's taking off at the 40, the 30. He cuts back at the 20. He's going to go to start the game. Zach Orr to the house. Zach Orr with a 90-yard kick return touchdown to start off the ball game, and the NATOs are on the board in 16 seconds.
A fantastic start to the Tornadoes' day. I mentioned Lane's big play possibility. Well, Orr's got it as well. A 90-yarder to the house.
Zach Orr showing off the speed. And you got points for the NATOs without the offense even taking a snap yet as Hugo Taylor readies up for the PAT. And as good of a start as you can ask for, Phil.
Absolutely. And, you know, the Tornadoes have a knack for doing this early in games. You know, the first play from scrimmage, in this case, the kickoff return. You know, the key is to keep this excitement going, you know, through all 4 quarters, which I'm sure, you know, the Tornadoes certainly are capable of. They're motivated here on this senior day. But what a start seeing the special teams deliver with quick 7 points for the NATOs.
Absolutely. And we know Coach Helton, the new special teams coach this year for the Tornadoes, has emphasized to these guys, from what I've heard, that the kickoff return unit is looking better the last few weeks and has looked really strong, and you see the fruits of their labor right there.
Well, and, you know, we talk about the return, and obviously Orr's, you know, speed, such a big part of it, but the blocking that was done, opening up that huge lane along the right side, along the near sideline. And then you saw Jeremiah Lane, his fellow kickoff returner, kind of escorting him down the field all the way there, ready to take on another defender if need be.
Yeah, and Orr really didn't even have to make a bunch of moves, just the one cut there at around the 20, but it was a straight shot. Went left to right. They overcommitted to that right side, and Orr, he can run for days. Here's Hugo Taylor for the opening kickoff by the Tornadoes after the KOR touchdown. This one's going to be fielded at the 6. Taken to the 20 and now brought down at the 21. That's Chancellor Lee Parker on the tackle. And that's one thing that the NATOs do. They're not afraid to put starters on the special teams and guys that are big impact on offense and defense, on the kickoff team, on the kick return team. Anybody that can help them win and execute on those special teams plays.
Absolutely. Your feature tailback makes the play on kickoff return coverage. You got to love that kind of versatility. And, now we'll get the first look at the Tornado defense against this Methodist offense that's been struggling a lot with their offensive line. All sorts of injuries throughout the year, all sorts of combinations. We'll see what Methodist brings to the table this afternoon.
This is going to be Jalon Miller at quarterback, who's not seen a whole lot of action. He drops the pass and has a quick hitch that's dropped to start off his afternoon. And Miller doesn't really have a whole lot of action for most of the season. It has been Brennan Brucato for the Monarchs, over 1,400 yards, second in the conference. But today we see Miller, who's just 7 for 21, 66 yards, no touchdowns, and 2 picks entering today. So the young quarterback getting a chance here. Monarchs go 3 wide to the left. Motion the tight end over. Miller takes the snap, looks for a quick screen. Grimes tries to bat it down, and then Brandon Broughton is there to knock the pass up. That screenplay did not develop and was sniffed out very easily by the Tornado defense. That was Grimes sticking his hand up, disrupting the pass a little bit, and then Broughton knocking it down.
Yeah, Methodist comes out with 2 consecutive passing plays, and Tornado's coverage on top of these receivers in both cases.
3rd and 10 here for the Monarchs. You see Robert Dorsey on that right edge, leading the USA South in sacks this season. Can he get pressure here on an early 3rd down? Miller steps up, and he's going to be brought down. Ernest Smith II brings him down right at the sticks. No gain there for the Monarchs, and it's going to be an opening drive, 3 and out for a Monarch offense that has struggled all season long, dead last in the conference in points per game. They don't get anything on that first series against the
Here at Mewborn Field will be Taylor Daniel taking the circle for the Kennesaw State Owls. A few appearances for her early on in the year. Took a loss on her line on the 6th against George Washington, and that one she just went inning. 2 hits, 2 walks, 2 runs, but both were unearned, and she takes a circle against the Georgia Tech lineup that'll be led off by Paige Vukadinovich. Steps in from that left-handed batter's box, and we are ready for the Jackets to take their first cuts of the night. Showing bunt and pulling back and taking is Vukadinovich, the Jackets center fielder, for ball 1. It'll be Vukadinovich, Alyssa Willer, and Jaden Gailey, the first 3 that Daniel will see. The 1-0. Taken up. Vukadinovich, a senior on this Jackets softball team. .313 average to start the year. 2-0 from Daniel. Just misses the outside corner. And more importantly for Vukadinovich, 4 stolen bases and 4 attempts. If she can get on, the Jackets could have some early traffic on the base pass and be moving things around here.
Yeah, she's somebody who definitely has speed for the Jackets. She's really changed her look up in the 4 years she's been here at Tech. She came in really as a slapper only, really relied on the small game, slapping, bunting, and then as last year, the coaches kind of challenged her to keep her feet down and have some power, and now as a senior, she's got all the tools from the left side.
That one sent right back where it came from to the shortstop. Throw on to first is in time. JoJo Johnson makes the play for out number 1. And here's Alyssa Willer, the Jacket left fielder. Willer also off to a nice start, Jess. .339 average, 5 hits over the weekend.
Yeah, Willer had a phenomenal freshman year, and she started off strong her sophomore year. The thing that really impresses me the most about Alyssa Willer is her discipline at the plate. She really has a good understanding of where the strike zone is, what pitches she hits well, and she's not afraid to work deep into counts. There's a lot of hitters that have a hard time working deep in counts. They don't feel comfortable. It doesn't seem to bother Willer at all.
1 away as Willer takes a ball, 1-1. Willer, as a freshman last season, was second on the team in average, hit at a .340 clip, and was first in on-base percentage. She is an on-base machine for Coach Eileen Morales and this Yellow Jacket team. 1-1 slapped in the air, right field, going back on it, and that one is gone. Alyssa Willer sends one out and gives the Jackets an early lead here.
First home run of the season for Alyssa Willer. Really took a pitch that was a little up in the zone, off the plate a little bit, and just didn't do too much. Had great timing, good extension, and with the power that she has, got her first home run. That's great to see.
It's Oppo Taco action there for Alyssa Willer, RBI number 6 early on in the year for her. And now here's Jaden Gailey. Gailey batting from the left side. Takes strike 1. For Gailey, she has a pair of home runs on the season already. 38 starts last season as a junior, and that season included a 13-game on-base streak for her. Oh, one is upstairs.
Gailey also one of the 2 Grand Slams this weekend. Yellow Jackets had 2. Gailey recorded 1, and Grayson Tucker, who is coming up next, recorded the 2nd. So 2 Grand Slams in a weekend for a team that's pretty impressive.
And that one gets the outside corner 1 and 2. And I was going to say, if you're Taylor Daniel right here, you do not want to put a runner on for Grayson Tucker after already having allowed the home run to Willer, because Grayson Tucker can do a lot of damage and did this first weekend of the season. Swing and a miss. Gailey set down on strikes. There's out number 2, and here comes Grayson Tucker.